First of all, thank you guys so much for being here.
Absolutely.
And thank you again for helping our Halloween show be I mean, I couldn't sing the Whitney songs without these two. You played and you made it possible. So thank you, Pat, and thank you, Ricky.
Indeed.
Wow, okay. Tell me, what do you both remember about the time when you first met Whitney?
Oh my goodness. You know, that was over 30 years ago.
Yes.
She was actually performing in Las Vegas at the Sands Casino Hotel. And Gary, my now husband of 31 years, introduced us and we clicked over 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's Whitney's brother.
Yes.
Did you hear that? And what was it for you, Ricky?
So I was 22 years old. I met her music director at the time, John Simmons, and so he said, hey, I have this girl sings, you know, at church, and her mom, Whitney Houston, and I didn't know who anyone was, you know, because I'm kind of new at this, and he said, she's coming to LA to do a showcase. Can you put a band together to do it, you know? So we worked on some stuff, but no one came, and she was feeling down and said, you know, what's, and at the time I was working with Gladys Knight, and she said, what's Gladys like, you know?
Right.
And I said, you know, it's great, and we went our way, but then she came back with Clive Davis. And he called me.
That when it all started.
He called me, he said, can you put that showcase thing together again? And I remember as if it were yesterday, she sang 3 songs. She sang
What'd she sing?
Home from The Wiz.
Oh, that's my favorite.
She sang I Want to Be Where You Are, Michael Jackson. And it was one other song, I can't remember. And I remember her singing, and Clive got up and went to the front of the room, and he stood in front of the mic, and he said, mark my word, you're looking at the next superstar.
Whoa. And he was right. My goodness. You know I love these stories.
Girl.
I love when they sit and tell me all the stories about Whitney Houston. Is my absolute favorite thing. Okay, tell me this. So she was into pickup basketball, Ricky?
She loved, when we had days off, she loved when we would get together, because on days off, you know, everybody's trying to find something to do.
Yes.
So she started having these teams, and you know, and the thing about it is, somehow she was always on the team that's winning.
Does she play?
Right. Yeah, no.
She's athletic, not a basketball player.
Yeah, not basketball, but I'm saying, but we had like baseball games, we had little kind of softball games. It was just whatever, just so we could, you know, not stay in your room and be you know, like doing
something
nothing.
to do.
And something for us to really connect, because that's it. You know, when you're working with artists, you look at them in a certain way,
right,
and they're who they are, you know? So they're not gonna be what you need them to be or what you want them to be. They're who they are. So it's about learning how to accept each other where we are.
I love that. That is so true. Okay, Pat, tell everyone about the concert film. Whitney Houston, the concert for a new South Africa, Durban. Tell us about that.
Well, you know what? This year marks the 30th anniversary of Whitney visiting South Africa. And we wanted to do something to commemorate that moment.
Yes.
And 30 years later, you know, that was probably her very, well, I'm not going to say hers, but the loveliest and the most beautiful concert, live concert that I've ever seen and heard. I mean, it's like listening to a master class.
Yes.
You know, she was so gifted, and it was a very purposeful time, you know, going there for Nelson Mandela. And we just wanted to commemorate the moment by coming out with the concert, the live concert this year.
Yes.
And we're happy that we did.
Thank you for that. Woo! I have to ask you, listen, anything from Whitney is a gift. It is a treasure to me, and I mean, I'm sure she's changed and impacted all of our lives in some way, so anything of her is like gold. Pat, you're releasing Whitney's first ever live concert album. What's your favorite song?
My favorite song is Where Are You? And she performs that song on the album. It's one of her favorite songs, and it's a song that her brother Gary performs all the time whenever he's doing a solo at anywhere. That's his favorite song, but it's Where You Are. I want to be where you are. You know that song.
Yeah, where you are, yeah.
And you worked with her through her whole career. What's your favorite?
Well, how long you have?
I know, Ricky can talk. Okay, what you got?
No, I mean, all of it is, I mean, if she could sing the phone book and I'd be happy.
Yes.
But I think that the songs that resonate for me, in my memory, one is, of course, I Will Always Love You. And I remember recording that with her, and we did that at the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami on the stage. And she started a cappella, and the band was set up like on the side of the stage.
Yeah.
And she wanted to do it with us because we already had a relationship with the band, and so we could feel her and be right there on her.
I understand.
And so that song, and the other one for me is I Have Nothing. You know. You know, she had a way of not only being present, but made you believe that she was singing to you.
Yes.
And so it was such an individual, because you can feel that vibration like coming on your body. It's like a warm blanket.
Yes.
And you know, I'll never, it's something that stays with me every day, all day. Like, and someone asked me, you know, do you miss her? And I said, well, of course I miss the physical, but I've got her. She's right in here. She's here. Like
She's
all
in both
day,
of
every
y'all.
day. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel her presence.
Every day.
I do.